1 second, make sure it's live. It's still thinking. There we go. Hello and welcome to this week's Profit Maximizer Moment. This show is dedicated to helping business owners dramatically improve their bottom line with our weekly profit maximizing tips that you can use now. I'm your host and coach, Wayne Bilal. I'm also the founder of local CPA firms that works with business owners to help them make more money and keep more of it from the IRS. I do that with our profit coaching programs and with our tax planning system, which has saved my clients over $6.8 million over the last 5 years, all legally. Love my clients, but I don't want to share a jail cell with them. I was really tempted not to do one this week because if you're old enough, my kids grew up in the 80s and 90s, and there was this show called Lamb Chops that had a song that said, "This is the song that never ends." I feel like that. This is the tax season that never ends. And I covered the restaurant revitalization program last week, and I'm knee deep in it right now, finishing tax returns and doing what needs to be done. But yeah, I felt like I need to pop my head up and kind of put some words out there for you to help you make this our most profitable year ever, like I'm always saying. In today's video, you'll learn the 2 words that once you learn them and implement them will greatly increase your profits and reduce your stress. Okay, but first, today's show is brought to us by Profit Maximizing Publishing. I always have trouble with that. Which published my book, The 90-Day Profit Reset, which shows you how to gain your independence from reduced cash flow, shrinking margins, and an evaporating customer base. In this book, you will find chapter after chapter and idea after idea about how you can turn around your business, reset your profits from red to black in 90 days or fewer. Even entrepreneurs who are making money will benefit from my book by learning how to make even more money. Give me a second. I forgot to silence my phones, and I did 1. So 1 out of 2 ain't bad, huh? What's the magic 2 words? Well, it's pretty easy. Recurring revenue. All right, let's talk about that, though. Don't slough it off and don't think it's not important. It really is. Too many businesses, and most of them, and almost 95-98% of businesses start every month at 0. Their income is at 0. They have to make new sales month in and month out to cover costs. It's simple as that. It's very stressful to worry about earning the money to break even, make payroll, pay rent. I suspect you know exactly what I'm talking about. And like I said earlier, I call that the taxi model. You pick up a fare, you deliver them, you collect and look for the next fare. That's okay when there's plenty of work, all right? But what happens when there's a reduction? What happens during the slow months other than stress and worry? And we've all had slow months, and we've all had that stress and worry. Let me give you an example from a client of mine. I got plenty of examples, but this one's pretty good. I had a client who was building specialized equipment for manufacturing, making good money. I mean, the sales were all right up until we had the big banking crisis in 2008 and the recession that followed that. Business came to a halt. Equipment orders dried up, canceled, stopped, bankruptcy loomed. He survived by taking drastic measures we covered earlier. I've covered before, like cutting staff and expenses to the bone, investing his own money, not taking a paycheck. Since then, we've worked together with him to develop recurring revenue products and services that now pay literally 100% of his overhead. So at the beginning of the month, he knows that he's going to collect, that he's billing and collecting on credit cards right now, or ACHs, whatever. But on the first of the month, he's collected enough to pay his overhead for the month, his payroll, his rent, his utilities, and other little stuff. Anything he does on special projects now is gravy. All right. That's fantastic. I've used it, and it's not just, I've used it with invoicing during the year rather than at one time once a year all through the year. So recurring revenue definitely helps me during the off season. That's kind of the trick. All right. First of all, it helps you. How does it increase your profits? Well, normally when you package some things together, you can charge a little bit more. But secondly, when you're not chasing, I need to get this dollar, I need to get this dollar, I need to make this sale, I need to collect this money in order to pay payroll, to pay rent, to keep the darn doors open and keep the lights on. All right, you can concentrate on the products and the people and the customers that help you make more money. all right? And second, it just reduces the stress. You know the bills are going to get paid. You don't have to flake out, and it's just, you're not going to get a heart attack. You can take some time off if you need to. You know, you can slow the pipeline down if you need to. You know, it's where it goes. So let's look. I want to spend a little time. What are the obvious advantages? I listed a bunch in my book. Even during slow months, money is still coming in. That's huge. Trust me. Been there, done that, understand it. Lower risk during economic slowdowns because you have a cushion to regroup as needed. We're all going through that in the last year. Provides ongoing payments for work already performed. Makes it easier to recruit employees due to cash flow certainty. Easier budgeting due to stable revenue projections. Makes your business more valuable to investors and more, my brain just stopped. More, yeah, more liked by the banks. Not the word I wanted, but you get it. The banks look more favorable on a business with recurring revenue because they know they're going to get paid. Lets you spend your time and effort on growing your business rather than starting from zero each month. I already discussed that a little bit. The more recurring revenue you have, the higher valuation for potential buyers when it's time to finally cash out. Okay, still not convinced? Compare the fate of blockbusters to Netflix. Some of the younger people are like, Blockbuster? What do you mean Blockbuster? Well, they used to be huge. I mean, they were in every town, and you know, 3, 4, you know, you could find them within 5, 10 minutes of your house, anywhere in the country, just about. Both rented movies at the time. However, Netflix was essentially 100% recurring revenue, while Blockbuster had almost none. What's left of Blockbuster? I don't think there's any left. I read on the Wall Street Journal there's one store somewhere. I don't know why it's still open. Okay. You know, Netflix, huge. I don't even know what their valuation is anymore. It's in the billions, I bet. And they just keep growing. So, I can hear you right now saying, that won't work for me. I hear it all the time. Yeah, but that doesn't work in my industry. I hear it all the time. Let me tell you, I have not coached one single business for which we could not create a recurring revenue. At least one. And in many cases, multiple recurring revenues. Look, there's the book's $3.99 or something like that, or $2.99 or something like that. I don't even know what it is, on Amazon as a Kindle version, and the paperback is $19.95. The appendix by themselves are worth it. Appendix 4, these are my coaching checklist. All right, Appendix 4 is what I use when I'm coaching, trying to get a recurring revenue. And Appendix 4 is 24 ways to build recurring revenue streams. And I use this list to brainstorm how my clients, and how you might use it, is how you might move your one-time purchase model to a recurring revenue model. Start by asking the following questions. Would customers pay a monthly or annual fee for the latest version of your product? Is there an educational component of your product that you could sell a monthly subscription to? Excuse me. Are there some consumable parts of your business similar to the way printers need toner and paper and home coffee machines need coffee pods? And then move on and look at the 24 list that I have here. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to spend the time on it here, but you know, well worth it. I have multiples like that of things that'll definitely save you money and guaranteed way cover the cost of the book. Hey, thanks so much for listening. I'll see you next week with another profit maximizing tip, and let's keep working on making this year the most profitable year ever. Thank you very much.